Well, welcome to the Nvicta Squad podcast. I'm here with Dale and Haileigh. I actually was talking about the way that you spelled your name. That's why I couldn't remember it. If it was just normally spelled like the normal Haileigh.
Ouch. Just kidding.
No, I like unique. Obviously, like my parents named us all uniquely. So I actually have a friend that she spells it's Emily, but she ends it like yours.
EIGH.
And but I always called her Emily because it just sounds it looks that way. And but she's like, no, my name's Emily. I was like, oh, okay.
My uncle used to call me Haileigh.
Haileigh?
Haileigh.
Haileigh.
Highlighter. That's your nickname.
Oh,
What's up, Highlighter?
We're gonna keep that. It's gonna be a thing.
What's up, Highlighter?
But anyway, with that, we will go to the intro. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Dale?
What do you want to know?
Where'd
I'm
you
a
come?
car guy.
Car guy.
I was adopted.
Okay.
I jumped around a lot. I used to be addicted to energy drinks.
Used to be, not anymore.
Not so much.
When we first dated, he was drinking,
6.
4 maybe a day.
Oh wow.
At the low end?
Yeah.
What were you drinking?
Mainly
it
Rockstar.
jumped.
Mainly Rockstar.
Rockstar, Monster. I went into Red Bull for a little bit. Then my dad started mixing Red Bull with sweet tea.
And died.
And technically died for 3 seconds. He had like a small heart attack. They had to stop his heart. And then they started it back. And he's fine now. But
Fine.
I've tried the Red Bull and Monster mix.
I haven't done that.
But man, your heart gets racing like crazy. Let me tell you.
See,
I thought it was gonna explode.
I'm a really mellow dude. So even when I'm drinking energy drinks, I don't notice because I don't get super hyped.
So you drink it like anything else?
Yeah, it's
You
pretty
drink
much
it
a
like
soda
soda.
for me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
I got
like,
him to stop though.
Did you?
I'd open one, chug it, open another one, start drinking it, open another one.
You're like, you're gonna have a heart attack soon.
Yeah.
I've actually gotten congratulated for getting him to stop.
Really?
drinking.
It helps.
My sister said I would probably have a heart attack by the age of 24.
No kidding.
Going on 23.
Yeah,
Well, you are 23.
I am
But
23.
Yeah. Wow. No, I can't do that. Monster energy drinks, I get like almost like a pain right here, like probably my heart.
Dude.
yeah. I understand
Almost like
that.
heartburn, maybe.
But not.
Red Bull.
But
like-
Red Bull, I don't have that problem.
I get that problem with Red Bull.
Do you?
hmm
Oh.
Have you ever mixed Red Bull with sweet tea?
No, that was new. I'd never heard of that before.
That one actually tastes really good.
Does it?
I don't recommend doing it because that's how my dad almost died, but I would
Gotcha.
recommend it at the same time because it was awesome.
Huh. Yeah. I don't know. I tend to stay away from energy drinks unless like I'm going on a long trip. And kind of like you, it doesn't affect me really, but it's just that like that mind thing where I think it's helping me. So it's like coffee. I can drink it late at night and I'll be fine. Like I'll go to bed and whatever.
See, I can't do coffee. Coffee actually gets me energetic.
Does it?
I get hyper as crap on coffee.
Oh, interesting.
I get jittery if I drink regular coffee.
You get
Like
jittery?
I could do espresso, but regular like drip coffee, I can't do it. It makes me
freak out.
jittery and makes me feel sick. It's awful.
If I have fresh coffee, dude, I'm jumping off walls.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
And I only drink coffee when I had martial arts tournaments because it just gave me that energy.
that edge.
So when I'm in a sparring match, I'm not.
Is that legal? Is that legal in matches?
Hey, I don't care. I couldn't have my glasses. I was blind. My first tournament, they're like, hit the blue, which the guy I was going against had like blue padding.
Oh, gotcha.
And the first thing I hit was his head. And
Oh, really?
I got in a lot of trouble.
He
for
swung
that.
too wide.
Yeah. So
Haileigh, what about you? What do you like to do?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
You don't have any?
I pretty much just live life. Well, I guess right now you could say I like making coffee.
and
It's what I do.
And this Go-Gurt?
Yeah.
This is amazing too.
Well, I'm glad. I actually got a customer
How'd
come
you-
in. He's like, I don't know what I want. What's this Lotus drink? And he's like, I explained it to him, and I don't even remember how I got him to try it, but I'm like, my husband, or I'm like, have you ever had a Go-Gurt as a kid? He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, okay, well, my husband says, and I say, this tastes exactly like a Go-Gurt. It's like, okay, you know what? Let's try it. So I'm like, okay, I make it for him. I give it to him. He tries, and I said, try it before you go away and let me know what you think. He tries it. He's like, oh my gosh, it's exactly like a Go-Gurt.
Takes you back to your childhood, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, it does.
How do you pronounce this
Caribou.
coffee place? Caribou.
Caribou Coffee is a place. I hear it's mainly in Minnesota.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where the owner's from. So we're the only place that actually sells Caribou Coffee.
Gotcha.
It's really good.
But it's called Cup of Joy.
Yeah,
Cup
but the
of Joy.
place itself
Cup of
is
Joy.
called
Gotcha.
Cup of Joy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, this stuff's amazing. I was just like, whoa. Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, normally I'm a chai tea guy. Like that's what people know. If I want to get coffee, it's chai tea. It's not coffee, it's chai tea. So this was definitely.
Yeah.
Oh,
we've
and Copper
got
Mountain
chai
coffee.
too. So
I saw that.
Copper
Yeah, I
Mountain.
wanted to try it actually because I wanted to see what it was like. Because I always compare my chai teas, versus other companies.
Yeah.
The one that I've liked the most in town is the Good Americano. Actually,
Oh, okay.
that one they have a really good chai tea.
See, I do that with chicken fried steak. I compare places.
With like,
we're talking about drinks.
I
and
know.
you only think
Well,
chicken
he
fried
said that
steak.
he compares coffees. I compare chicken fried steak to places.
so
You're not
you
wrong.
start off with the chicken fried steak from like Walmart, right? And then you go
Well,
to like,
I do like Denny's, Applebee's,
Denny's.
Montana Club,
Frontier.
What about KFC? They have chicken fried
Dude,
steak.
they
don't
have chicken fried steak.
Do
I'm pretty sure they do.
Oh, I haven't tried it there.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had that.
Oh, there's a new spot for you. You can compare it.
Although I
So-
don't necessarily go to KFC that often
Well.
either.
True.
So the question is, which one's better?
So far, as bad as this sounds, no offense to Montana Club, but the Frontier Cafe in Stevie has
yeah.
the best.
I love
okay.
their country
Gotcha.
fried steak.
If they had their chicken fried steak and the Montana Club mashed potatoes, that would be perfect.
Gotcha. I'll have to try it out.
Yes.
Montana Club, I don't really have. I'm very particular when it comes to like places that I go to eat.
We
It's
have
like-
too many food allergies combined.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
I don't have any food
Well,
allergies. You do.
She just gets headaches from certain places.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
gotcha.
true.
But-
A lot of fast food places give me migraines.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like I can't go to Wendy's; it gives me a migraine, and
Really?
that's not like bashing on Wendy's or
sucks.
anything. It's just certain places I can't eat.
Gotcha.
And Taco Bell, I can't do it.
Gotcha.
So a lot of the places I go to is typically actual restaurants because I can't do much fast food. But lately I've been able to do Burger King, which is odd because it used to give me a stomach ache.
So is it like something about the fast food that
I'm not sure.
you just don't know?
I have no idea.
It sucks. I love Wendy's.
I do too, dude.
Dude,
Out of
Wendy's
all the
was
fast
my
foods,
go-to
that is
place.
like, Taco Bell, Burger King. I used to go to McDonald's a lot because it was next to my workplace. But Wendy's, and there's a reason actually I think why Wendy's is always packed during lunchtime. Like most of the places you can go and you can go get your food and you're out. But you'll spend a good like half hour at Wendy's if you're at the back of the line.
Yeah.
Dude, so true.
So I guess that kind of tells us something about Wendy's. So unfortunate.
Yeah.
So I guess no
Yeah.
Wendy's for you.
No.
Are
Well-
you the couple that you go to one place, pick it up, and then you go to like her place?
Actually,
and
we
We
did do that
sometimes-
sometimes.
You do that sometimes?
We sometimes do. If he's craving that place,
Then you just
a good
kinda-
portion,
yeah.
and I don't really care where I go, then we'll go to one place and then another. But
Gotcha.
Because I'll go, I want Wendy's. I'm getting the $5
Yeah.
biggie bag,
Yeah.
bro. I can't do it.
I did that the other night. Actually, I was with my brother and a friend of ours, and they went and got Burger King. But Wendy's just like right across the street, so I was
Dude.
like,
Yeah.
I gotta get some Wendy's.
I don't know what it is about Wendy's. They just have better fast food, I guess.
I think they do.
Although there for a
honestly.
while it was extremely greasy, and I didn't care for it, but it's gotten
Gotcha.
significantly better now.
Yeah. But anyway, so coffee,
Small
getting into
rabbit hole.
modeling,
Small wrap.
a little bit of
I'm
modeling.
excited for that.
Yeah.
My brother messaged me. He's like, "Wait, what? When? How?"
When how?
Like so, and I explained it to him. He's like, "Well, that's cool."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's cool that you that you have so many avenues that you can go down, especially
Mm-hmm.
with modeling. Like I have a lot of friends that do modeling, and I think you can combine like the two, like you're into cars, so you can combine the two, you know, and have a lot of fun with that.
That's actually something I'm really excited for, because I was never really a car person. Like,
oh, really?
I think they looked cool, but I never really got into cars.
Gotcha.
None of it makes sense to me. But I mean, I know he's really into it, and now I'm getting into modeling, so now we can actually do something together, which is what we've struggled for a long time to do.
Gotcha.
Because we're not really interested in the same things.
Well, that's
opposites
good.
attract.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd be bored. Well, I don't know. If you like the same thing, maybe I don't know. I get bored of myself, so
that's true.
I'll drive myself nuts if I'm hanging out with myself, I think.
Dude,
I've never tried it, but
we'll be like going down the road and I'm like, bro, look at that car, and she's like, what?
Huh?
Okay, but when
like,
you do that, it's like a mile back already. And like,
well, I'll go, that car is awesome, but there's like 10 cars there, so she doesn't know what I'm talking about, but I'm over here like, it's a Supra. She's like, what?
Yeah. You mean that normal traffic? What? No, I'm very much the same way though. Like I'm not super familiar with cars. Like when people, I'm starting to get familiar just because I hang out with car guys. But like, I'll look under the hood and I know basic components because I've worked on cars and I help my brother out with cars as well. Both brothers actually. But I don't know enough to be like, oh, that thing has this engine, this tranny, like it has this bolt. Like some people just know like, oh, yep, that's an 8mm bolt, and I'm just like, I think it might be a 10, only because it seems like everything's a 10.
Yeah.
That's very true.
But I noticed that on more recent cars, like they're all over the place. It's like they don't care as long as it just goes in, for lack of words. Yeah, they just don't really care. It's like the Supra, the latest Supra. You know, they have BMW all over it with a Toyota badge on it.
Ooh, here's a fun fact: a McLaren P1. So you know, like the Mitsubishi Eclipse. Okay, well.
Oh, like old school.
Yeah, so like in the first Fast and Furious, Paul Walker's car.
Yeah.
That turbo is actually in a P1.
The same turbo?
Yeah, McLaren.
Really?
If you take the turbo out of a McLaren P1 and take it apart, you got Mitsubishi parts on it.
Gotcha.
Fun fact.
That's
Get
kinda
really
crazy.
cheap turbos for like $1 million car.
Yeah, no kidding. That's actually kind of cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Fun fact. I actually just found that out.
Watch, you're gonna take a turbo and find out it's not the way it works.
Yeah. What? I paid $1 million for this car, and this car doesn't even have a $20,000 turbo.
But see, that would make sense though, because McLarens, I hear, are just constantly breaking down.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. So.
Audis are that way too.
Yeah. Apart from you, then we got the YouTube thing that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
So I want to like bring
excited for
more regular content, because I honestly, like with YouTube, the regular content is the podcast.
Yeah.
But I want to do a lot more of the vlogs. I want to do that as more regular content. So.
Well, dude, I can get you into that.
Yeah, and he was. You said you were into YouTube before, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The DIS crew.
DIS crew. Okay, that's what you guys were called, or was it just your channel specifically?
My channel was DIS, but my audience, I just called them my crew. So it was the DIS crew.
Gotcha. It still is. It still can be, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure they're out there somewhere.
Somewhere. It's been
years,
4 or 5 years now.
Oh, well,
Maybe
time
longer.
flies when you
And
get older too.
I now have a beard, so no one knows
No
who
beard.
I am.
That's your undercover. Yeah.
Dude, people I've known forever have to like,
Double take.
Dale?
I've seen it in the grocery store. They're like, wait a minute, Dale, is that you? Like, yeah, I got a beard now. They're like, oh my gosh.
Dude, if I shave, I look like I'm 16.
You're 16?
It's
Got a
bad.
little baby face.
People are so back and forth with me. Like, some people say they like me with like facial hair, and some people don't. Like my mom, no, but my dad's it's like yeah. But it's like so back and forth, and I'm just like, sometimes I do for a little bit. Like I'll go a couple weeks with a full shave, and then I'll just do this because it's just I don't know. I can't decide.
Dude, I can't stand not having a beard now.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I look too young.
You do look too young. You get carded.
I get carded when I buy alcohol. But when I have a beard, I don't. It's kind of funny.
Well, it grows in so thick.
Yeah.
So many people are jealous.
Well, I mean,
I can grow a beard really well.
on the bright side, though, if you ever want to look young,
Yeah, right.
you're a quick trimmer away.
Hey, man, got to get that kid meal.
I was joking around.
Yeah.
We went to Coeur d'Alene for like a birthday Valentine's Day weekend with my parents.
Gotcha.
And I was laughing because it was my 21st birthday.
Oh, okay.
Well, the day after my 21st birthday was his birthday.
Gotcha.
Anyway, and we went to Texas Roadhouse, and I was looking at the kids menu, and I'm like, I wonder if I can order from the kids menu, but also get an alcoholic drink.
Did it happen?
No, because you have to be like 12 years or younger to get the kids menu.
Oh, I see.
Like, well, that wouldn't work very well, but it would be hilarious.
You're like, do I not look 12?
Well, I can.
You can.
But then it would be interesting if I actually ordered
Yeah.
an
I
alcoholic
want this
drink.
margarita, too.
Margarita.
Unfortunately, I didn't feel very well, so I didn't really eat it.
Oh. Where did you guys go? Did you go to that resort or?
I wish.
You wish?
Man.
Oh, we did go there for breakfast, though.
Yeah, we went to Dockside for breakfast.
okay.
So it was so
That was
good.
really good.
It was so good. But no, that place is too expensive.
Dude, they got a Gucci store in there.
In Coeur d'Alene?
Do it? In Coeur d'Alene?
In that resort thing,
Yeah.
they have Gucci and Louis Vuitton there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember.
Because I really wanted to go in there. I used to really be into Gucci.
I think they were
Oh,
closed,
gotcha.
though.
And I'm still really into Gucci. But it's a little above my price range
A
now.
little
Well.
bit. A little bit.
When we were in Seattle, we walked in the Gucci store and all of us are like wowed, right? And LT had his phone out and he's like, like Snapchatting, I think, or something. And one of the like security guards came over and he's like, you can't record in here.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wow, we definitely don't look like we belong here. We don't even know that you're not supposed to record in those stores.
gosh.
Dude, last time I was in a Gucci store, it was kind of funny because I was just looking for the cheapest thing they had. And like the cheapest
Socks?
thing I could find was a pair of socks for $120.
Yep.
And you only got one pair of socks.
Yep.
I'm like, what?
And they weren't even the greatest looking
Yeah,
socks
no.
either.
It was like a snake on them.
Yeah, I'm
That
like,
was
I would
it.
not
was
wear that.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah, I use Gucci cologne. That's like the only thing that I will wear. That's Gucci, and even that's pretty pricey. I pay. It's usually $90 for the smaller bottle.
Yeah.
So I always pay the extra, $30 to get the bigger one because it's significantly bigger, and it's like it's worth,
What is
that
mine?
cost?
It's like a Paulo or something like that.
Paulo?
Yeah, Paulo. I don't know what the brand is, but
remember.
that's the only stuff I'll wear.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's pretty good
Smells
though.
good.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I'm like very particular with like if I change something. Like for instance, I recently got a different body wash. Absolutely hate it, but I don't want to waste it. So it's like I've been using it until I'm out. But like I want to try something different, and it's like I hate that.
I'm still the cheap guy that uses Axe.
Axe? There's many other options that cost the same thing.
Axe and Old Spice.
Old Spice, that's a little bit better right there. I
No,
use
I think Axe is better than Old Spice.
Really?
Yeah.
I use Dove. I love Dove,
I use Dove for a little bit,
but that
but I have a really rare skin allergy.
oh
Yeah,
I
he
break
reacts to
into hives
everything.
if something rubs against my skin.
really?
Yeah.
So you can't have that stuff that has like the micrograins in
Nope.
it.
I will literally break into hives.
Oh, interesting.
It's gotten
Yep.
a lot better, but
It has. When I went to the allergist for that, it was funny because I used to be able to just take a pen and rub it down my arm, and I'd break into hives.
A pen?
Yeah, like the
Wow.
back of a pen, you could rub it on my arm, and I'd
Are you
break
sure it
into
wasn't
hives.
what's on the pen, not the pen itself?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
I mean, the allergist did a bunch of like different scratch tests on me, and then like the sixth one in, I was reacting to it, and he told me that we're just going to say I'm allergic to life, and then he
To
sent
life.
me on my way.
I'm pretty sure there's like a movie based off of a kid living in a bubble. That would
Yeah,
be you.
that would be me. Yeah. And then I'm also have a weird skin allergy to the sun. If
So you literally
That's not
can't
that
go
bad.
outside.
No. Oh, well, it's not that
yeah,
bad.
that one's not that bad.
No.
I think you just burn
But-
easily.
Yeah, I burn and my eyes are apparently too light that it's super sun sensitive. I break into hives if I'm in the sun too long.
Wow.
I'm allergic to my own sweat. That's a good one. If
Your
I
own
start
sweat?
sweating, I break into hives and start itching all over the place.
It's bad.
So you need to
Yeah.
live in a bubble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is really bad, dude.
Allergies, yeah. I learned a very bad lesson in allergies. I only have one allergic reaction to anything. And I don't know if I still do because I haven't experienced it and I haven't tried it to see if I do. But it's stone ground mustard. So like balsamic vinaigrette, it's a no-go for me.
Is it like a pickle thing?
I don't think so.
Because I know someone I work with, he's allergic to pickles and anything that has pickle juice. So like mustard, he'll
Sounds like
die.
basically anything that has vinegar.
Yeah, except he can have vinegar.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, see, I'm the same way.
He can drink apple cider vinegar, like
What?
no nothing. But anything with like pickle juice.
Oh no, I can have pickles for
Yeah,
sure.
he can't have it.
No, I like.
I don't
Now I
like
want
them.
pickles.
You love pickles, dude. Relish.
Oh nope, can't
I
do
love
it.
sweet.
Can't
I
do
like
it.
sweet stuff. So relish is just amazing. Yeah. Besides the pickles, now I can't stop thinking about pickles.
All right, let's go get them.
That's where we're going next.
Are you sure you don't want mustard?
No, dude. Like I used to work at the Hilton, the Blue Canyon, which is attached to the Hilton. There's a restaurant in town, and I remember making the very first time balsamic vinaigrette, and I was tasting it to see what it was like, and it took a little bit for the reaction to start, but my face felt like it was melting off.
It's
Like-
me and penicillin, my guy.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yikes.
Anything in the psyllin family.
And so, I thought I was going to, like, my throat got all swelled up inside, and I thought I was going to die. I was like, but yeah, that's the only allergic reaction I have.
Well, lucky you.
Yeah, at least I'm not allergic to life.
Yeah.
So was it the actual vinegar or was it like the...
I never got tested for it, so I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I tried it again, and I definitely have a reaction to, it's the stone ground mustard. It wasn't the actual vinaigrette, but it's the stone ground mustard. That's how I figured it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say I work somewhere where we would actually make our dressings.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
Balsamic vinegar was one of the ones that we made.
Oh,
so I was trying
I
to remember
see.
what's in it, and I'm like, well, maybe.
Yeah, you
it's
got
not just the
shallots,
vinegar.
right?
Mm.
Shallots.
We probably made it differently, but I don't remember what's in
Man,
it.
I don't even remember what was all in there. I remember the shallots.
There was like sesame oil in it,
Uh-huh.
so I was curious if maybe that was.
Yeah, I don't know. Stone ground mustard. It was very basic, but it tastes amazing. That's why I was sad that I couldn't have it. The one thing that annoyed me is when the oils would break. Oh, oil, of course, oil. But the oils would break if you don't mix it properly, or you don't mix it at a certain speed. You could Anyway, so yeah, their cooking is just, it's fun. It's art. It's art at the
I'd
end of
burn
the
down
day.
a house if I cook.
Oh yeah,
You got a
Apparently, I
story?
didn't make
he can handle.
scrambled
He
eggs
can
well.
handle. So
I was
when
cooking
he-
scrambled
I
eggs, and
think
she
this was
walked
the
in and went,
first
"You're
time.
not doing it right."
No,
And I'm
I
like,
think-
"There's a wrong way of cooking scrambled
Hang on,
eggs."
hang on.
Okay.
So, I think this was
In
the
all
first.
fairness, I did put
I
cinnamon
think this
in
was the first
instead
time.
of pepper. I meant pepper, but I put cinnamon.
I think the first time I ever saw you cook was what you cooked eggs. I'm like, oh gosh, because he was always telling me that he can't cook.
Okay.
So he was cooking eggs. This was at his parents' house. And he scrambled them. I don't remember how you actually prepared them, but then he cooked them in the pan, and instead of putting pepper on it, he put cinnamon on it, thinking it was pepper.
But hey, it still tasted good,
It still tasted
in
good.
my opinion.
Like, what did you do? It's like, I put pepper in it. So I go look at the ingredients that he used. I'm like, that's cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
It's like, oh.
Hey, it still tasted good, man.
So what
I-
you're saying is if you had a cooking channel, it would be very funny.
Oh yes.
Probably. Actually, if we had a cooking channel, it would be me criticizing how he's cooking.
All the time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's content right there.
Yeah. And then, so everybody gets raised cooking things differently. So when I learned
Very
how to
true.
cook, so cooking stuff like eggs, if I were making scrambled eggs, I would,
Stir
crack
them in
the
a
eggs.
bowl.
Well, I would crack the eggs, put them in the bowl. I would also put milk in it, salt and pepper, and I would cook them that way.
Gotcha.
Right. Well, he learned just pretty much just
it
the
in the
eggs
pan.
and whisk them and put them in the pan.
Gotcha.
So when
Or
he didn't,
scramble them in the pan after you put them in.
I actually like doing it that way. But when he was scrambling or whisking the eggs, I'm like, why didn't you put milk in there? Because I've never made it that way. And then once I started working at this restaurant, they didn't put milk in there either.
Yeah.
Like, this is so weird.
That's different. Oh,
But then I actually had eggs without the milk. I couldn't have scrambled eggs
gotcha.
because it would make my stomach upset.
I
But then
see.
I had scrambled eggs without the milk in it. Like, My stomach is upset. I don't feel like puking. This is nice.
I've never heard of that actually before. I've done like Velveeta. I don't know why, but I thought like cheese and like eggs, and I try weird things.
Velveeta and eggs.
Hey, any cheese.
So
and eggs
cheese
is
with
good.
eggs was actually that was what was available. So I tried the Velveeta, and yeah, it tastes actually really good.
I'm sure.
I wouldn't try the Velveeta.
Well, there are many
Because like I like cheese and I like a lot of cheese.
like cheddar,
but
Jack,
pepper
Cheddar
jack.
pepper jack,
yeah.
yeah.
Pepper jack's good.
I love that.
And my favorite is Colby Jack.
Colby Jack. What is that? Is it like jalapeno?
No, not
I don't
really.
actually know.
It's almost like Swiss and cheddar.
Oh, okay, but with a little bit
And
of pepper in there.
Probably.
Yeah,
I don't
probably.
know. I don't actually know.
I've never read it, man.
You know, my
I
favorite cheese is actually Gouda.
Really?
I've never had it.
You've never had Gouda?
No.
Oh man, it's amazing. You can actually use it as a pizza base if you melt it down,
Oh, okay.
and it just tastes amazing.
Yeah, I've never had that.
Oh, you should try it sometime.
I watched.
Maybe.
Of course, I was bored, but I was watching.
Our podcast?
No. Okay. I was watching. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but Selena Gomez has a cooking show on HBO Max.
Oh, she does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I watched.
And basically, she video chats with a bunch of these,
Celebrities.
well, not
Okay.
necessarily celebrities, but really good professional cooks.
Gotcha. Okay.
And they teach her how to make everything. Like
Oh.
they basically send the ingredients to her house or gives her a list of ingredients that she needs to get.
Gotcha.
And they get delivered to her house.
Okay.
And she has all the ingredients right there and she learns how to cook. And she was making this French omelet in one of
I
them.
see.
And you don't like cook the omelet all the way, which is
Huh.
you know how I learned. But basically you cook it. I don't even know how to explain it. But they have like two different types of cheeses, and they're like blocks of cheese rather than just
I see.
like shredded cheese.
I have to
which is
admit-
how I
Gotcha.
would make it.
But one friend on it would piss me off though. She's
Yes.
always on her phone. She's just like staring at it while she's supposed to be doing other things.
And the producer is like, you need to put your phone down. And,
Oh, really?
And everyone
At one point, they sent Selena Gomez's dad to
To
go
take
and
her
take
phone.
the phone.
Yeah.
Really?
He just walked in, took the phone, and walked out.
Oh wow.
It was like,
Like on,
"Ooh."
and they leave this in the show.
Yeah. It was really funny.
Maybe it's on purpose. You think? No.
No,
No?
She was. I think
don't
she's
think
just
so.
addicted to her phone.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah. There's two people that are addicted to their phones.
But yeah, I really want to try that French omelet because instead of like folding in half like most omelets, or at least how I've learned how to make omelets, you just fold it in half. But this omelet, you roll it.
Oh, okay.
Like, I want to try that.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
Omelets are good too.
And it's, like,
I like that idea.
Creamy
Never been a
and
big
like
fan of
really
omelets.
cheesy
Really?
and gooey in the middle, and
Okay.
it almost looks like it's not cooked all the way, but it is.
Oh, I see.
That looks really
throw an
good.
omelet in a tortilla, and I'll eat it. But,
Omelet in a tortilla.
yeah, make it a burrito, bro.
And I was gonna say that's
You
just
know,
a burrito.
that's literally what I've made for you,
Yeah,
right?
I know. But I can't do omelets. It has too much egg for me,
I can't
which
do
is
omelets either.
hilarious.
They make me feel sick.
Yeah, it upsets my stomach.
A
I
lot
don't know
of
if it's too
eggs.
much like dairy or
Hmm.
too
I'm not
much
sure.
eggs, or I don't
Could
know.
be the cheese.
Too many
I think it
different
was the
flavors
cheese
going
for
on.
me.
Yeah. No, cooking's a lot. Yeah, cooking's a lot of fun. I like desserts is one of my favorite things too.
Mm-hmm.
Like creme brulee.
Never had one.
You've never
I've
had
never
creme
had it
brulee?
either. No.
Creme brulee is fun too because you put
Looks fun to
you
make.
pour the sugar, like a layer of sugar, and then you burn it. That's my favorite part.
Of course.
Fire, you know.
Of course.
Hey.
We talked about this in the last
Fire.
episode.
We'll just jump on the trampoline, bro.
Yeah,
Light it up and jump.
Yeah, you want to explain actually what you were doing?
No.
No.
For legal purposes, you can.
I'm pretty sure there's still a burn mark in that yard.
So fair. We're gonna cut here for just a moment to go to our ad sponsor because we're sponsored by Anchor. Yeah, so we got plans for this summer. Are you guys
Yeah.
gonna make it to Silverwood trip? You know,
Still-
We're-
possibly.
We're pretty much
Possibly.
just gonna
If-
have to take it.
If anything, I might be able to go and film a vlog with you, and then she'll just stay home.
Gotcha.
But
Well, that's not even fun.
we're
Maybe
hoping
not.
that doesn't.
There's dog
happen.
hotels, right?
There's what?
Dog hotels,
I don't know what that is.
like a place where you can leave your dog.
Hotels,
Oh,
like
oh,
shelters.
Okay.
Kind of
Yeah.
like a shelter, but they're like
I was like, a
Well, not like
dog
shelter,
hotel?
but like a kennel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was hearing dock hotel.
Oh,
not
dock
dog.
hotel.
I'm like, what
Dog
the heck
hotel.
is a dock hotel?
The only reason I know this is because a YouTuber who's like busy most of his day, he leaves his dog there. And then it's cool though, because every time he goes to pick up his dog, he vlogs it. That dog is so happy to see him.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, I
Kobe's
don't-
been absolutely ecstatic with me coming home lately, and it's
Really?
funny.
Yeah.
He did get his butt kicked by a cat, though. That was funny.
Really?
The cat scratched him.
Oh.
It was funny.
He really didn't get his butt kicked. All I hear, I was cleaning up the backyard, and all I hear is, and then Max like jumps back, and then is like,
I watched
"Are you dumb?"
I watched a video of a dog, and the caption said, "My dog forgot he was a German Shepherd or something like that," because he gets scared by I'm assuming it's his owner, and the dog like whimpers and is like howling and running away from him, and then all of a sudden turns around and gets like super aggressive and big, and I was just like. That moment where your dog forgets it's a German Shepherd.
Like, have you seen those videos of like the cats getting scared from the cucumbers?
Yes, I never understood that. Why is that? Is it the shape or the color or like what?
Who knows?
No idea. I
Could be
wanted
the
to.
water.
I honestly
water.
kind of wanted to try it with Kobe to see what he
See
would
what
do,
the reaction
but
was.
I kinda
Kobe
wanna
would
try
probably
lemons.
just eat it.
How do you think they'd react to lemons?
I honestly have no
That'd be
idea.
fun. That'd be interesting.
There's
It'd
a video.
suck to get lemons in his wound right now, though.
Well, I'm not thinking right now. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
He injured himself, and we have no idea.
Yeah, we have no idea.
That cat. Yeah, no, I cut open my jaw back when we lived in Spokane with my family. The basement had the light at the top of the stairs, and so either I would have to go upstairs to the top of the stairs and turn off the light, or my dad would shut it off. My dad had this thing where he would tell us, "Don't jump on the bed." Like that was just, I think,
Challenge
all
accepted.
All fathers do, right? And of course, us being kids love jumping on the bed.
Hey, like I said, challenge accepted.
Exactly.
You can't do it, so I'm gonna do it.
So there was one time we're jumping on my bed, and I heard the door open, and I was like, "Oh no!" So quickly I went to get off the bed, but because I'm jumping, I jumped off the bed, right?
Yep.
Well, have you ever been on a trampoline and someone else is jumping with you, and
Yeah.
they hit it at the wrong time and it launches you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what happened to me. This is how bouncy this bed was, right?
dang.
Oh my gosh.
I got flung off the bed, and I hit the corner of the dresser.
Oh,
And just ripped it right open.
no.
And let me tell you, I learned real quick. That was the last time I jumped on a bed.
Yikes.
have you ever tried jumping on a waterbed?
No,
It's
actually.
actually very
That
difficult.
sounds very dangerous.
It's very difficult. Not gonna lie.
Do they still exist?
Waterbeds?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I honestly want another one. I used to have one. I accidentally stabbed it with a knife, though.
Aren't you, like, are you afraid that you're just going to wake up one morning just soaked?
Didn't
Or
you at one
drown.
point?
Well, I did at one point, but again, I didn't realize that I threw a knife on the bed, and it was
Oh.
open, and I fell asleep on the bed, and I was rolling around, and the knife just went right into
You're lucky that's what you stabbed instead of yourself.
True.
Yeah. I wasn't the brightest kid.
You know, I actually sleep. I've noticed that this has become a bad habit for me. I sleep with my wallet and my keys. And I don't mean like my wallet's over there. Like, I don't mean like it's a wallet
Propping
that's
the camera
soft,
up.
you know? But I sleep with my wallet and keys. I don't know if that's a weird thing or not, but
Not really. I mean, I've done it a few times.
yeah. But I don't
I
carry my
was
wallet
doing it
in my
earlier.
back pocket either.
Yeah. I was doing it earlier. I apparently scared her a little bit.
You didn't scare me.
I was
I was
texting with her,
bored.
and then I just passed out.
You
And then-
passed out.
and then she texts me, "Are you okay?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, I just texted. Oh wait, 30 minutes ago. Look at that."
That was you last night.
Yeah.
We were texting, and I was feeling so ill. I passed out. I've never really gone to bed super early, but like I passed out, and I was just like, I woke up this morning. I'm like, oh crap, forgot to text him. But actually, he texted me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah,
That was kind of funny though. I'm like, well, whatever.
lately I've been getting a lot more sleep though. I think it's the heat is starting to get to me, like the weather. Like it just makes me super sleepy.
Feel that.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel
I've
that.
been sleeping in this whole week. At least if I've been off, I've been sleeping until like 10, 2 days
Oh,
in
really?
a row. And then yesterday I slept until 11.
Oh, Somi.
Like-
That's like when Somi goes. Somi wakes up like at 12, maybe 2.
It makes me feel like garbage all day if I
used
wake
to.
up too late.
Yeah.
And normally I have an alarm.
Gotcha.
I typically have an alarm set for like 8 and 8:30. That way I can actually.
Are you one of those people
wake
that beats your alarm?
No.
No?
Yes.
Sometimes.
You wake up to your alarm?
Sometimes.
I sometimes wake up to not my alarm, but
I
I'll wake up
always beat
like
my
a
alarm.
minute before my alarm.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't even know how. Like, I'll wake up and go, oh, look at that.
back in October, November-ish, I was pregnant.
Okay.
And I would wake up at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
6?
And and I didn't have a job.
She was
so
like
I didn't need to be
energetic,
awake.
my guy.
But I was awake at like 6 in the morning, and I would fall asleep by like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Oh.
Yeah, I would fall asleep super early. Yeah, I was the kind of person who I couldn't sleep. There was too much on my mind
Gotcha.
right when I went to bed,
Oh.
and I couldn't fall asleep till midnight, 1 o'clock. I couldn't do it, and then I would wake up. But
Phone on the floor.
when I was pregnant, I would fall asleep
Gotcha.
super early.
Well, that makes sense.
And
yeah.
normally, like, between the two of us, Dale falls asleep within 30 seconds of hitting the bed.
Yeah,
Really?
dude. I can
yeah.
pass out.
He can.
Well, you go to work early, too.
And then,
Yeah.
and then
Well, I mean, I've always been able to do that.
He's
Like,
always
if
been
I
able to do
if
that.
I lay down and I want to go to bed, I'm just done.
You're just
like,
done.
I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, well,
But-
later.
Recharging.
but I would fall asleep before he did.
Hey, man, gotta plug in.
So
And it
you
was
would beat
just-
him in the 30 seconds that he falls
Yeah.
asleep.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude,
So
I
we
would,
pretty
like-
much switch spots. I'm like, this is weird. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But
Well, we did switch spots in a way because I used to be able to like watch a movie and like stay awake. She couldn't. She
Yeah.
would fall asleep.
yeah,
Now when we go to bed and we have something playing, I'm out. Like,
Yeah.
He falls asleep and I'm awake.
I'm out
finishing
before
it.
the movie even starts.
But
Yeah. I like sometimes I get to the point where it's weird. I watch most things on my phone. Like we have a TV, we have this, like, but for some reason I just enjoy like just watching something because it's especially if it's just me watching it. Why would I watch it on a bigger screen?
Yeah.
So I usually watch it in my bed. But I'm one of those people like I'm holding it. I should get a holder, obviously.
Dude, you're gonna fall asleep and,
then,
drop it.
No, I have,
right?
dude.
Oh,
I freaking
jeez.
drop it on my face, and then I will like, whoa, wake myself back up again. But I've never been able to fall asleep to something. I always end up dropping something on my face and then wake back up. But
My grandma
something you
used to
do.
be able to do that. Like
Really?
she would be like playing on her phone, and then she'll just like drop her phone and then wake up and grab her phone and
Nana?
start playing again.
Nana?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Nana.
Sounds about right.
yeah, no,
I was
can't.
like, wow, that's impressive.
I'm a very light sleeper, so I don't like anything can wake me up unless like I'm like super tired. Then I can be dead and no one will wake me up. But generally, I'm a very light sleeper.
I've gotten to be a lighter sleeper than I used
Oh, really?
to. Yeah. We used to be able to have like a fire alarm go off and I wouldn't even make a move. Like I have a hard time just being lazy or just like shutting off. She knows this. And she gets mad at me
I
sometimes.
used to. I don't really anymore.
Like I'll get home from work and go, we gotta go do something.
Instead of
Let's go
settling
do
down
something.
or saying hi.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
okay,
like-
we gotta go.
Yep,
We gotta go.
pretty much.
Yeah, there's pros and cons to just being like always on the move.
Dude,
But-
I have a hard time shutting down.
Yeah.
Except for when I fall asleep, because obviously 30 seconds.
You're
You're done.
I'm the type of person where if I can't fall asleep within like an hour or two, like I struggle with sleeping. I'll just get up and either work on either the podcast or the photos or something just because like I'm not being productive with my time if I'm not sleeping.
Yeah.
So you're
So
not
it's
doing
just
the
like-
melatonin pills?
Okay, I tried melatonin and it worked for a little while, but my dreams started to become so vivid.
Yikes.
And there were more like nightmares too most of the time that I just stopped doing it. And I didn't want to rely on a drug that
makes
much.
sense.
So
That makes
yeah, I
sense.
just stopped doing it.
Those neuro drinks. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, are they in the plastic like?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
long...
and then the lid is kind of like a cone shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's no longer a cone anymore.
Oh
but
well, it was.
Yeah.
Well,
the blue one,
the
right?
blue, yeah, the sleep
that
sleep
works
one.
so well.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It did, but it worked too well for me.
Oh, gotcha.
I didn't even have to drink that much of it, and I would fall asleep just fine. But then
Okay.
in the morning, I wouldn't want to wake up. I'd
Oh.
work at anywhere between, I don't know, 6 and like 8 o'clock in the morning,
Gotcha.
maybe 10 o'clock, and I wouldn't want to wake up.
Wow.
I would not wake up, and I would be so groggy, and like I can't do these drinks
That was
anymore.
me
I can't do
after back
melatonin because it has melatonin in it, which is
Oh,
why.
I see.
Yeah. So I can't do it.
Yeah, no, I'm one of those people that like doesn't want to get addicted to things like that, so I just stay away from it.
Yeah.
Because I get
don't
addicted
blame
to Mountain Dew, for instance. So
Or
Dude,
this.
I
or
was
Go-Gurts.
really bad.
I'll go.
I was really bad.
Addiction.
I was really bad with Mountain Dew when I was a gamer. Holy cow.
It's necessary.
I would like stay up until 4 a.m., get up at 6:30 to go to work at 7.
Yep.
I would be texting her like it all night long.
Oh yeah. I'd text him at like 2 a.m. Like, are you still awake? He's like, yep.
I would be wired, bro.
Yeah.
See, that's a benefit of my friends. They know that I am awake, so every once in a while, that when they text me, they've been downtown or something and they need help. I'm awake. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm available.
Yeah.
So, but no, productivity, like that's always been kind of my thing. So,
Yeah, that means we'll work good.
yeah, exactly.
Because I'm always on the move, bro.
You can
I
shoot.
can't.
You can shoot the footage, and I can do the editing late into the wee hours of the night, and then there we go.
There you go.
But hey, you got to be part of them. I'm not gonna be the only
That's
one.
true. That's true. We're gonna have to get you a camera set up. I'll think about it tonight. See if we either get you a GoPro or that camera or something. But we'll get you a camera set up, and then we can vlog more that way.
Yeah.
Because then you can vlog from your perspective, and we'll mix it all in.
Well,
there.
see, then we can do vlogs on vlogs, and then you can just like edit them together.
Vlogs on vlogs on vlogs. That sounds
Right?
like Inception.
Dude, do it.
I lost my set of glasses. We were coming back from California. We were in Salt Lake City, and in my brain, I knew, like, I took my glasses off and I set them right on the top of the vehicle.
Yeah.
And
I
I even
them.
made a mental note. I was like, don't forget them. They're sitting up there.
Oh.
And then I think we were just eating out because, we were on vacation. So we were just kind of eating in a parking lot of the hotel.
Yeah.
We could have gone in the hotel.
Why didn't you grab your glasses and go in there?
I don't know. It was we had puppies too, so that's another thing too. Like my mom, she went to Vegas and calls me and she's like, "Excel, I did something," and I was like, "It's Vegas. Like, what did you do in Vegas?"
Hey,
She's
it
like,
stays in Vegas. Whatever
Yeah,
you do in Vegas
exactly,
stays in
dude.
Vegas, bro.
And she's like, "I bought puppies." I was like, "No way," because we already have puppies. Like, I was like, "No." She's like, "Nope, I bought puppies," and I was like, "Seriously?" So anyway, I drove over there. And I ended up taking them back with me. But anyway, so that kind of gives you a little bit of context as to why we were eating outside. I remember that. But yeah, so I remember getting in the vehicle, and my brother was actually with me, and we're driving along, and they actually stayed up there for a while because there's a point where we're starting to get onto like a main road, and I hear something, and I was like, "What was that?" Like it sounded like something like hit my car from like a tree or something, and then just like rolled off the back of it. And I was like, huh, like I didn't think anything of it. Like
Was this the Challenger?
Yeah. I thought nothing
Dude,
of it.
they have a flat top.
They
though,
do.
man. Like,
They do. And so I think we get, I think we stop somewhere, and then I get out and I'm like, where the heck are my glasses? Like I'm like thinking about this, and it still hadn't registered where my glasses were. And then I think we even got on the highway, and I was like, wait. That must have been what the sound was. That my glasses fell off. So I turned back around and we search and we search and we search. Because I remember where I heard the noise,
Yeah.
But I just could not find them.
Oh,
I was
no.
like,
That
dang.
sucks.
So I had to drive the rest of the way from Salt Lake City here without glasses.
Yikes.
Dude, our Arizona trip, we drove straight through, right?
Okay.
I was so tired, though. But a 15-minute nap does wonders.
Well, for something that should have
Because-
been like an 19-hour drive ended up turning into
Well, I
like
also
a
worked before we
22-hour
left.
drive.
Oh, wow.
I went to work before we left.
Yeah,
I
that's true
see.
too.
I worked for a few hours, so I worked from like 5 a.m. to 8:30, 9 o'clock.
I don't remember.
Something like that. And then we met up in
met
Lolo
at 9.
at 9.
Gotcha.
And then we ended up heading out and going straight to Arizona. But we were supposed to be following her stepmom. And holy
We shouldn't
cow.
even. We shouldn't even get started on
No.
that. It was just.
It was a nightmare. Dude, she would like go off of and she would go to turn off. And keep in mind, I'm in a Corolla. She's in a Jeep.
Okay.
She would like change her mind, cross into the grass, and then merge back onto the highway. And I'm over here like, well, I ain't doing that. I'm in a Corolla.
Come back down.
We ended up kept going.
We ended up going a different way.
Yeah, we ended up getting split up for like 3 hours.
Because we're following the GPS on the Corolla.
Oh, I see.
So.
The Corolla she was redirected.
Well, she was trying to. Well, we
were actually following what our map said.
Oh,
yeah.
And I think she was going off of directions that her dad had sent her.
Gotcha.
And I think my stepbrother was probably reading directions to her.
Gotcha.
And probably not doing very well.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
that whole thing was a nightmare. It was insane though.
It made us mad.
But I was like falling asleep at the wheel, but it was really nice because my car can drive by itself, kind of.
Oh, I see.
Because it had that auto road assist thing.
Yeah.
And so I would like start doing this, but my car would start beeping because my hand wasn't on there.
Oh, I see.
So I let her drive for like literally 15
minutes.
minutes, and I was wired.
What time was that?
I was
at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
In the middle, I think we were in between like
we were
Utah
almost to
Arizona.
Flagstaff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But I had like one of the larger Red Bulls, did nothing. I like downed that thing, and nothing happened.
It made you more tired.
Yeah, I was dying, bro. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, no, I have a wild story. There was one time I was coming back from Billings, and I was in my sports car, and out of nowhere, like it was supposed to rain, but it snowed, and there was about 10 inches of snow. And I'm doing like 25. I have to get back home to so I can go to work the next morning.
Yeah.
And I left at midnight from Billings, and it's supposed to be a 5-hour drive.
Is it? I thought it was like a 6-hour drive.
No, it's a 5-hour. So it's
Depending
3
on
hours
how
to Bozeman, 2 hours to.
You might be thinking from Steve I though.
Oh yeah,
That's
I'm
true.
thinking from Steve.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
So
That makes sense.
I get going, and about 30 minutes into the trip, it's snowing so hard that the front of Challengers are super flat. So there's snow that's starting to pack into the headlights. So I have to pull over and clear it just so I can see, because otherwise I can't see.
Yeah.
And so I get back on the road, and I see a rest stop.
Yeah.
It's snowing so hard that people were actually pulling off into the rest stop, and there's a bunch of cars just waiting there.
Wow.
Just for the storm to pass. And I'm like, I need to get home. Like, I just have to do this.
Yeah.
So I get back.
Commitment right there.
Or actually, no, I stayed on the road, and there are actually tracks, and I actually caught up to a semi, and the semi is pretty much creating these tracks that I can follow.
Yeah.
And so I'm going along, and I see a car that is like stopped, and it looked like he's stopped on the side of the road. Then I realized that he's in the middle of the road.
Oh jeez.
And so because I didn't want to like leave the grooves and get stuck, because there's so much snow, I stayed in the middle of the interstate, and I hopped out. It's not like anyone's driving anyway.
Yeah.
I hopped out, and I walked over to him, and his plate said Texas. I'm like,
Oh,
of
boy.
course.
Yeah, he probably
Some Texan, And
Well, see,
so
it's probably more Californians.
Well,
it's like, of
probably.
course, the Californians on the side of the road.
So I go up to his window. He rolls it down. I was like, is everything okay? He's like, yeah. He's like, I rolled my car. I'm looking at his car like, it does not look like he rolled his car. But I guess there was so much snow that it like took the impact, because he must have rolled it softly.
Yeah.
But you could tell because he had a bike in the back of his car. It was in the back of his car, like in the seats.
Yeah.
But because he flipped, like he was bruised up and scratched up
man.
from the roll.
Dang.
And so I was like, I don't know if I can help you because I'm in that thing and it's rear-wheel drive and I can't. There's no way I can pull you out or anything.
Oh, so you didn't have the all-wheel drive version?
No, they didn't have all-wheel drive. That was in 2012.
Oh yeah. They
This
came
was a
out
couple years ago.
2017, I guess.
So anyway, I said you can hop in with me and you can take care of your car later, or we can try to figure out how to get it out. And he's like, okay. So we hopped in, and I look at my GPS, and it says that there's a town 16 miles ahead of us. I'm like, oh, we'll get there in no time, right? It took us an hour
Jeez.
to get through those 16 miles. And we finally get there, and there's a gas station that we get to. They don't have anything for winter gear because they weren't prepared for it,
Yeah.
And so we go over to a motel, and he happens to have a shovel. So we grab the shovel, and on our way out, I see a restaurant that has this thing's about to go off. I see a restaurant that has the rubber mats, for their floors.
Oh yeah.
That they must have washed them and they put them outside to dry. So I was like, I'm grabbing these to kind of help, because I figured that if we can get them in front of the car, we can get it out.
Mm-hmm.
As
Makes
I'm
sense.
grabbing them and putting them into my trunk, a cop shows up, and I'm like, crap! It looks like I'm stealing these mats. And he's like, "What are you guys doing?" And I said, we're just grabbing these mats because his car got stuck on the side of the road, or in the middle of the road, and we're trying to get him out." He's like, "Yeah, you guys aren't going anywhere." And I'm like, crap. We're going to jail. And he's like, the pass is completely closed down. There's just no way that you can get over it. I was like, I said, well, he's in the other direction. We just came from that direction. He's like, okay. He's like, I'll make my rounds here. And he said, if I see you guys out there, I'll give you an assistance, turn on my lights so you don't get hit. So anyway, we drove back. It took us another hour to get back to his car. Yes. And by that time, we're looking for a car that's covered in snow, of course.
Oh, no.
So
was it
we
white?
drove so slow. I don't remember actually what the color of it was.
If it was a white car, that's very unfortunate.
But we almost missed it. I was just following the road, and then I just see the tracks kind of veer off that kind of had been already covered, but it was noticeable. I was like, we could not see his car. We just noticed the tracks.
Yikes.
And so
That's
I
pretty
pull my
sad.
car off to the side of the road because there are semis that are still driving like nuts.
Yeah, like
they're
60.
just flying. Yeah, I'm like, how?
Dude, I was one of those people.
One of those
I would
guys.
just be going like 80 in the middle of the snow.
No, I was just like, how are they doing this? But so I pull it over. We get the mats out, and the cop actually eventually does show up, and he turns his lights on. And he has a truck, mind you, but he is not able to help us with the pulling it out because they don't want to be liable for damaging a vehicle.
Gotcha.
But he did get out and try to help us push the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we got it like right up to the edge, but we could not get the thing out of the ditch. And so I was like, you know what? We're just going to have to leave it here. We can't do anything about it. I told the cop, I said, I promise I'll take the mats back on my way back because we're already facing the other direction anyway,
Yeah.
So I drove him. So I think that was Big Timber. And we drove back to Billings. That took a couple hours just to get to Billings because that was another 70 miles. And so anyway, I dropped him off. And on the way back, it started to go back to rain.
Oh, okay.
Instead of snow. So it started to melt some stuff off. And by the time I got to Missoula, it was 11 a.m. in the morning. I left at midnight. It was 11 a.m.
So in other words, you called out of work.
Well, no, I still showed up at work.
Wow.
Super late.
I would have just called out, man. I would have gone, yeah, well, this ain't worth my time today. I'm going to go to bed.
No, it was so basically almost a full 12 hours it took me to get from Billings to Missoula.
Yikes.
So how's the fastest you've gone from here to Billings?
To Billings, 4 hours. I just knocked off an hour, pretty much.
I was going to say that's probably right around where I was.
Yeah, and that wasn't
I think I was like 3 hours, 45 minutes, but
3
I
hours,
was
45.
going like 120 all the way there.
No, I honestly I went 5 over the speed limit and I didn't slow down on any of the passes. And that's how I managed to cut off an hour.
See, when you got the lower cars, man, you can handle those corners.
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah, because they drop you down to like 65, I think, even through Butte. But I just maintained 85. And if you do that,
it's 4 hours.
then you can get there in 4 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going 120, got pulled over, got given a warning.
A warning.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's just like,
lucky.
you need to slow down, man.
You need
You're
to
going
slow
to kill
down.
somebody. And
Yeah,
I'm
no
like,
kidding.
all right. And he's like, although respect, you can drive a manual. And I'm like, yeah, man. And he's like, nice job. I'm like, thank you. And then he's like, why are you going to Billings? And I'm like, oh, and martial arts tournament. And he's like, well, if you want to get there in one piece, you should slow down. I'm like, okay. And then he started following me for probably a good 20 minutes.
Just
So I
making
was
sure.
going 80, 85. And then as soon as he turned around, I was back to 120, man. I was gone.
Bye, Felicia.
It was like, oh, finally. Gas.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, with that, we'll end this episode. Thanks for joining, guys. That was fun. You guys could probably listen to this on Spotify or Google Podcasts or Apple Podcasts, or is it just Apple Music?
I don't even know anymore.
I don't know.
I don't know what people listen to on Apple, so I know that Google Podcast is the new thing, but
podcasts.
Oh, so
Just
podcasts.
Podcasts.
Yeah. See, I don't own an iPhone, so I'm not sure.
Hey.
Even though I have one for work, but
I love iPhones. Bro. I'm a jumper. I
you
jump
can't
between
convince
both.
me. Like I went from iPhone
to
4.
Hey,
to
challenge accepted.
Galaxy.
We got my dad to get an iPhone, and he
Really?
was a diehard
Oh,
Samsung guy.
So true.
I was a diehard Apple fan, and I switched, and I never went back.
Yeah, my dad was a diehard Samsung guy.
Yeah.
He goes against the flow.
All right, but we'll be back for another episode. I don't know if you guys are not. You know, it's always transitioning,
We'll
rotating,
man,
and
who
whatnot.
knows?
But
Who knows?
we'll be back for another podcast for next Wednesday, because that's when I'm dropping them, Wednesday mornings. So
Maybe I'll do the trampoline story next time.
yeah, that works out. That works out. All right, we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.